Every time a new machine shows up, people get nervous. When cars replaced horses, coach drivers panicked. When ATMs arrived, bank tellers worried. When computers entered offices, people thought half the jobs would disappear. Now it's artificial intelligence. But this time, the machine has a brain. I mean, at least, something that looks like one. You hear it everywhere. AI will take your job. Some say it will happen next year. Some say 5 years. Some say we're already too late and we are cooked. AI cannot think like humans, cannot be creative like humans, and AI doesn't have emotions, and AI is very good at one type of work. Repeating patterns. If a task follows clear rules, if it's the same steps again and again, and if it can be written like a recipe, AI can probably do it. Sometimes faster, sometimes cheaper, sometimes without getting tired or bored. That's why things like that a single machine can train massive AI models faster than entire buildings filled with GPUs are changing so fast is usually not because AI is smart like a human, but because these jobs are built on repeatable steps. Let's think it like this. If your job feels like filling the same form every day, or copying and pasting the same kind of work with small changes, that's where AI fits best. Most real jobs are not just one task. A teacher doesn't just read slides. A marketer doesn't just write lines of text. A manager doesn't just look at numbers. A designer doesn't just move shapes on a screen. They decide, they explain, they deal with people, they handle surprises. They fix messy problems that don't come with clear instructions. And most importantly, they think deeply to solve any problems or issues. And that's where AI starts to struggle. AI doesn't understand why a customer is angry. It doesn't truly know what will make someone trust a brand. It doesn't feel right when a design looks wrong, even if the rules say it's fine. It doesn't know which idea is risky and which one is safe in the real world. It can copy patterns from the past, but the future is always a little different. Now let's be honest. Some jobs will shrink, some roles will change, some tasks will disappear. That already happened before. When calculators became common, we didn't fire all accountants, right? Same when cameras went digital, we didn't lose photography. When the internet arrived, we didn't lose businesses, we got new ones. The work shifted. The boring parts got automated. The human parts became more important. So AI doesn't replace people, it replaces parts of jobs. If your entire job is only those parts, then yes, you should be worried. But if your job uses those parts as tools, then you're about to get faster, not useless. Think about a carpenter with a power tool. The tool didn't replace the carpenter. It replaced the slowest, hardest part of the work. The carpenter still decides what to build, how to build it, and whether it's good or bad. AI is becoming that kind of tool. The people who lose are usually not the ones in the field. They're the ones who refuse to change how they work. Now let's talk about the jobs that are actually safer than people think. Anything that depends on trust, anything that depends on leadership, anything that depends on taste, judgment, or responsibility, anything that depends on dealing with messy, emotional, unpredictable humans. A machine can suggest, but it can't take responsibility when things go wrong. A machine can generate options, but it can't stand in front of a client and say, this is the risk, and this is why we're doing it anyway. And here's something even more interesting. New tools don't just remove work. They usually create new kinds of work that didn't exist before. So it's a win-win. Before social media, content manager wasn't a job. Before smartphones, app developer wasn't a common career. Before online video, YouTuber wasn't a thing. AI will do the same. There will be people who guide it, people who check its output, people who shape it for business, for education, for media, for law, for healthcare, people who know how to ask the right questions and spot the wrong answers. The biggest risk is staying exactly the same while the tools around you change.